So, how's everyone doing today? I don't know why I decided I needed to squint, but I needed to squint. So this is how it's going. Just squint. Squint and squint and squint. Squint and Tarantino. Yep. This is it. This is how I'm going to hold my eyes all stream. It's very comfortable. It feels very good. Love it. Oh, okay, that's enough. I'm not going to squint that long. Fuck that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hello, everyone. My beloved peoples. My peoples. My meeples. My holy fire people. The holy fire chat, if you will. Happy to see you. Happy to hear you. Is the goal here to have... Is the goal here to have the new Prince doing a "Don't Talk to Me or My Son Ever Again" thing?
Am I pleased to see you?
I see you this time, Junebug. I see you this time, Junebug. Well, so the plan was just that, like, I've wanted that metal Prince forever, and I just finally fucking got it because well, actually, it's because Adam specifically from the server was like, "Oh, you're looking for this model? This is very easy to find, especially if you don't have this metal." Still! The sound alerts can actually let me know it's working. Yeah, well, they let you know. Laszlo tells you...
He's my best friend. He's my pal. He's my homeboy. My rotten soldier. He's my sweet cheese. A good time boy.
A good time boy. Oh, that's what I was going to do last time and forgot to do. Now I wrote. Your phone has falling freely saved in the keyboard. My phone has all of my weird D&D words that I've made up saved in the keyboard at this point. Because I try to only use Twitch on computer because I fucking hate the mobile. Walk-on sounds. Right? No, it was shout-out sound. Shout. Edit. Make loud. Always mobile modding. I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I appreciate it. I appreciate that you're taking your time on your day off during your puzzling to hang out. Appreciate the people who are also not on a day off hanging out. I just appreciate all y'all. I love y'all. I'm happy you're here. We're gonna just do basically anything that's sharp and has been on my desk is gonna get somehow interacted with today. Yeah, that's the plan. So I've got several old school Chaos Knights that I need to finish basing. I have some 15-minute break. There you go. I appreciate you being like, I have 15 minutes instead of peace, instead of knowing peace and treating myself right. Let's listen to Bennett for a while. I've got some Chaos Knight pilots for 40k that I need to finish basing. I just finished converting them, doing some sculpting on them last night. And then I also have this Demon Prince that I want to finish basing, but I might have to wait because he's got wet crackle paint on his base. So he's probably going to have to wait. But then I also have a bunch of stuff over off screen that I need to finally get to painting. So basically today's just a chaos day. Both in that I'm going to be jumping from project to project, and also that every project is chaos related somehow. So here we go. Hey, oh, that was trash again. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, if I was on break, I mean, well, let me put it this way. When I took 15-minute breaks at work, I didn't want to listen to me. Oh, thank you. Okay, so this is my brother's band. He made, actually, shout out to my brother. He's oh shit. Is that the first thing I typed in stream today? Fuck yeah. Thank you. Nice little Hawaiian shirt. Nice, nice band shirt. Yeah, real throwback logo. This is like, he doesn't sell these anymore. These are from like 2015 maybe, but I've still got mine, and somehow it's still mostly white. I did give myself applause. I did feel like I needed to make that be the sound for me. The real key here, I don't think we can... I don't know if you can see it real well, but I'm going to try, is the Old Bay earrings. That is what I think does the whole situation together. I just love Old Bay. I got to eat new, fresh Old Bay this morning because Junebug's fantastic. And went out and got some, along with other food that we needed. But mostly the Old Bay is what's important. Yeah, I mean, you got to give yourself the applause, because like the way that I learned self-confidence was by being sarcastic with it non-stop until I just stopped being sarcastic about it, because it turns out when you do something ironically, quotation marks around ironically, you're still doing the thing. Which is why, you know, if you're ironically racist, you're still fucking racist. So if you're just like ironically self-congratulatory, eventually it just happens, and you just start to, you know, be good to yourself. Now I still got a long way to go on that, but it's a start, and that's, you know, the first step is always doing things sarcastically. I'm pretty sure my guidance counselor told me that. My guidance teacher. My spiritual advisor, Rick, actually told me you have to fake it till you make it. And if there's one person I trust in this world, it's Rick. Gotta add that to the Rick series. But I hope everybody's doing good. Speaking of treating yourself right, I hope everyone's treating themselves right. I hope you're taking care of yourself, even if you're working, even if you're, you know, forced to deal with the never-ending onslaught of capitalism, but also people just generally being thoughtless and insensitive to each other. But I hope you take a thought for yourself and for others today, and just fucking take it easy. But take it. As the saying goes, take it easy, but take it. I still need to, speaking of taking it, I still need to call my insurance and make sure that they're actually doing their thing to fix my car. Because I called yesterday and they were not doing that, so I'm gonna have to be a big meanie. Your phone's freaking out on Twitch? Dude, Twitch mobile is the worst, and I'm sorry, Steph. It's a garbage app. And it really needs to be made gooder. And I would do it, but I have none of the skills required aside from being annoyed by it. Truly the pits. Yeah, I mean, which mobile app has an armpit fetish? You heard it here first, folks. Gives you a little boost of serotonin each time. Fuck yeah. Well, fuck yeah. It make me happy too. That is literally a scientific thing that happens, is hearing your name makes you get excited. Because I majored in psych, so I know that. Wow, a decade ago though. But also, I'm just like, you made it known how you wanted to be referred to, and gosh darn it, that's my preference. My preference is your preference. Which is why knowing your internet friends in real life is just super weird, because you're like the constant swapping of usernames versus given names is really interesting to me, because like especially amongst people who are on the One Inch Heroes Discord server, I like swap between which names I'm using all the time, and like I generally even know what I'm saying, which is its own surprise, but just wild. I don't know, names are weird. Names are powerful. There's a reason you need to know a demon's name to conjure it. Do magic on it. Oh shit. Oh, and I finished Fantasy High sophomore year. Good shit. Also just listened to the what's it called? The college visit episode that they did as like a bonus. And I'm really excited for the dance camp thing. I think that's what it is. The boys' night, whatever that episode is. I'm hyped for that. I guess I can zoom out a little more. Nope, that's in. Y'all can see my big tub of basing material. This basing material, for real, is like a sourdough starter. Riz meeting his angel daddy made me cry. It was so good! And like, let me see if I can get you an internship. Was, whoa. It's just good stuff. It's just good stuff. Yeah, but this basing material tub is like a sourdough starter. It contains the first basing material I ever bought way back in like I don't know what year it was. 2003, I think. But it's also mixed with like sand that One Inch Heroes has given me, and just all miscellaneous crap. It's just a big tub of all my basic materials mixed together. And it does work. It does a lot of good work. But yeah, some of this is like 20 years old. I keep seeing, come on, brain, get there. I keep seeing clips of newer seasons of Dimension 20 on TikTok, and I'm like, fuck. I want to watch this all because I just want to watch it in general, but also, like, I want to watch it faster because I want to see what this new shit is. It looks really intriguing. Like, I really want to do, basically any of the seasons with Abria, because she's wonderful. I just don't have enough hours in the day to consume. It's a real failing of capitalism that I don't have enough time to consume, you know? Yeah, really, really, truly just the best. Like a gift to the live streaming RPG community. And I haven't listened to it yet. D20 Watch Party on Twitch. Oh, last night somebody tuned in just to be like, hey, sorry, I'm not gonna actually be here for stream. D20 is happening. And that was very, very kind, and I appreciate that. What the fuck was I about to say? Oh, I want to listen to Worlds Without Number because she's in that too, right? But have not started that yet because I started listening to NADPOD along with all the other podcasts I already listened to. So just need more time to put things in my thought meat. Can you stand up? If the answer is no, I'll understand, but like, at least try. First up was good? Well, shucks. Oh, yo, so did you get, okay, alright. Enjoy your works. Well, enjoy them as much as you can enjoy work. Good boy, have fun storming the castle. Be back at lunch if you're still on. I'll be on until 3-ish unless something really buck wild happens. So, 3-ish my time. Which I guess is 2-ish your time? I still don't understand time zones as a full-grown adult. Which is why another reason we should stop doing daylight savings. So that I can stop pretending I understand it. A little bit more. I almost did just the right amount of blue, but not quite. Blue farts. Adult, like I said. Immediately lost a part of that base. That's fine. Just adds to the chaos. Oh, got some sand in my mouth. That's good. Don't know how I managed it, but I did manage it. And that's important. Gotta get fiber in your diet? Does sand have fiber in it? I don't think sand is fiber. It's minerals. Minerals have fiber? What is fiber? Is that almost all of it? Yeah, it's almost all of it. Dark. Leaves just the demon prince who needs to dry before I do anything with him. Fair enough. Man, playing Disco Elysium has made me just want to always use varieties of a French accent. It's just like bad French accents already lived in my head, but like now they're even more prevalent. Hey, you already got basic material. Alright. Success. Do I have anything else I need to base? You're good. You're good. You're not ready to be based yet. Okay.
Hello there.
Well, howdy, Nate. Now, I'm not technically a sir, but I'll take it either way. I like a sign of respect. You working on Titanicus Boys today, or what are we thinking? What are we doing? How are we feeling? Reminds me. I don't know why that reminds me, but it reminds me I want to drink coffee. Oh, coffee cup in the emote. That's why. Well played. That's room temperature. Womp. Alright. All those bases need to dry. Let's... You know I'm old. It's old school raising. I know, and that's why I'm not... If it sounded like I was angry, I apologize, because no anger involved. Like, if I'm mad about it, you'll know. I'll start using 4-letter words like door and maps. Sarcasm also old. You know. I am fluent in sarcasm. Oh, fuck. I'm also fluent in not being graceful with things that I'm trying to move. It's really not a good skill to be fluent in when you're, you know, like a miniature painter. But whatever. I think... I've been good. I think we're going to work some more on Chungus today, this big statue. And we're going to see if I'm happy with the... what is this stuff called? If I'm happy with the marble effect or if I'm not. Been enjoying the warmer weather, although not the 90-degree warm weather that it is today, but like generally actually having a springtime is nice. And where's paintbrush? What is a paintbrush? Who brushes with paint nowadays? Getting a lot of good hobbying done, having a lot of fun. About to stick my arm in glue. That's not ideal. All right. Everything's a learning experience. Oh, rip. Clip! Thank you! You mad lad, you. So I do agree, Clip. I do think that the marble effect that I got up to was a little bit too busy. So I am trying to dial it down and just make it like overall bigger. I think that'll help.
Please send me your bones.
Oh,
Aradash_Nate just resubscribed for 3 months. Clip had gifted a tier 1 sub to Aradash_Nate.
Clip, you
They
are
have given
consistently
36 gift subs in the channel.
30 fucking 6. That is 3 years worth of gift subs. Clip has done. By the way, shout out Aradesh Nate. What is my computer doing? Let's try to shout out Aradesh Nate.
Because he's my best friend, he's my pal, he's He's my homeboy, my rotten soldier. He's my sweet cheese, my good time boy.
Flip is too kind. Which is a good way to be in this absolute hell world that we have the privilege of existing in. I know those are praying hands, but lordy, they do not look like praying hands on the big float across the screen thing. They look like a confused bird. Yeah, I think just scaling up the marbling effect should probably make this a little more manageable to the eye. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna win. Wario. I make this so festooned with stuff. It's gonna be difficult to exist with. But I guess it's because it looks cool. So that's fine. Doing as well as can be expected. Friends complaining I'm never around, but when cost of living goes up as much as it have, and you live alone, you need to bring more money home yourself. Yeah, it's fucking expensive out there. Existing, it's rough. It's always been rough. It's always gonna be rough, but boy, it's rough right now. And like, your friends can do cheap things. There are inexpensive and just be around your friends' ways to be around your friends, you know? Everything but rent is up 70%. Yeah. But don't worry, everything's under control. The government knows what they're doing. They're looking out for us. It feels bad to say that out loud. Who gave you the good stuff and why didn't I get any? It's just sarcasm, unfortunately. However, if the government wants to sponsor me not shit-talking them, you know, hit me up. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I could use a couple bucks. And turning a staunch anarchist into just a lifelong supporter of the capitalist cause would be a good look for y'all. Honestly. I know capitalism gets so few W's in the world. Oh shit. Still not used to the placement of this anything on my desk. Opening up random programs by elbowing my keyboard. Excuse me. Nate, I keep forgetting to ask, is the Titanicus, is that are those for you or are they a commission? Not really a rant so much, but I need to point out I want to verbally knock a couple of those online friends upside the head. They have spouses and both work. No. I think that's pretty fair. The cool thing about hypocrisy is everybody but you does it. By you, I mean like the royal you. Like whoever's listening right now. You know, everybody else is a hypocrite, but you yourself never are. And you are blind to your own hypocrisy, typically speaking. Alright, maybe I should, like, try to make the base a little fixed, you know? Because it's not colors that I want it to be right now. Not that you can see it at this angle, but trying to make the base actually match with the rest of my army and terrain. So, never done commissions yet. I honestly thought like several of the armies you've painted were by commission. Ouch. I don't know where I got that obviously erroneous idea. Been told more often of late that I'm good enough to do them. Well, hell yeah, you definitely are. just to say it again, you know.
Hello there.
Wow, my mouth did not work. I tried to say gelatinous and rube simultaneously, and I almost just went, "What's up, Jube?" What's going on, Jube? How you doing today, buddy? Ready for the weekend, but otherwise okay. It's Thursday. It's almost the weekend. Alternatively, every day's the weekend if you're unemployed, baby. Or it's never the weekend if you're self-employed. Some combination of all of these things is true. Do you have a particularly fun weekend planned, or are you just, like, done with the BS that is this week? If anybody has particularly fun weekend plans, I'd love to hear them, because I've already forgotten what mine are. Just done with the week. That's legit, though. Oh. Right. Oh, no, now I remember. Saturday night. Saturday during the day, I'm going to do some housework. Like a good house husband does. The way of the house husband. Saturday night, I'm going to play Death and Taxes on stream. Wouldn't say no to it as a part-time gig if it came up. I mean, I am also out there looking for commissions, but if something comes my way that I can't or won't do or whatever, I'll shoot it at you. Might try to catch a movie at the drive-in Saturday night. Ooh. I've never been to a drive-in. Despite apparently having one of the country's last drive-ins, like, less than a half hour away from me. Oh, feels so good. Live within easy driving distance of 3 of them? Well, fuck. That's very convenient, you might say. What am I waiting on? What am I doing mentally, physically, spiritually? Waiting for that to dry, waiting for those to dry. Do I do some sculpting? Not since I was a teenager in the 80s. Nate, now you're old, for the record. Since I was born in the 80s. I was born at the end of the 80s, to be totally clear. I guess we'll do some sculpting. We need to do a little sculpting, so let's do some sculpting. Just doing a little everything today. So this is the ranged Leviathan that I'm working on to complement the melee Leviathan that I just finished painting. I have posted a couple work in progress photos of. I graduated when you were born. Yep, I'm an old fart. These white things on top are gonna be candles when they're complete. But I think I want to give it some meat, because the other Leviathan was like really like mechanical and unmeatly. But I think I want to give this one some meat. So I think that's where we're going today. And tubes. Also tubes. Which means I need to figure out where the hell I put my green stuff rollers. Meat Leviathan is my favorite sandwich special at the deli. Mmm. Nothing I love more than a meat Leviathan. A little, all those little pegs could be where birds are. They're gonna be candles, but they could be where birds are. I actually have, let me grab it. I do have a mini that's just covered in birds, though. This, Chaos Knight. Aberrant, the back, like, granted, it's primed silver, so you kind of can't tell, but birds. Evil psychic birds. All over this big boy. And I'm really excited to paint them. I'm really excited to paint this model in general. Along with all the other Chaos Knights that I need to fucking paint. But I even went for like the bird, more bird-looking faceplate just because it felt right. Sort of a bird, sort of a skull, sort of waxed, melted wax, not waxed melt. Meat support, all the funky
Sir,
buzzers.
are you classified as human?
Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
All right. I'll put fluid in my body. The birds are pleased. That's good water. Where are my green stuff rollers? Are they in here? Move the dog bed. Bin vice. Plastic card. More plastic card. Oh, there we go. Green stuff rollers. Yes, all of my supplies are very carefully organized. Why do you ask? Alright. These are the same size ones, right? 50, 50. Alright. I've yet to build those Chaos Knights. Box set is on the shelf. They are nice. I must say, like, I remember building big vehicle kits in, like, the year 2010 and just being, like building a Land Raider, garbage experience. Hate it. Never want to do it again. Glad I have one. Never gonna buy another one. Chaos Knights go together so much nicer and easier and more gooder in literally every single way. Like, I genuinely had a lot of fun with those. I've got, in addition to the one I just showed off, I've got 6 War Dogs, 6 of the smaller ones, and 2 other big boys that are the regular Imperial Knight kit converted to Chaos, because I made one of them before Chaos Knights existed as a concept. Oh, well, if you built Imperial Knights, then Chaos Knights build really similarly. There's only a couple differences. It's really just the legs. How many minis do I have total? Or how many minis do I have that are painted? Or how many minis do I have of a particular group? Because the total... Oh, God. Okay. I need to work this out. Hold on. I'm not gonna give. I don't have a specific number. It's the funky stuff on them that interests me. They're cool looking. Let me whip out a notepad and figure this out, because I do not know. I got a notepad right here. This'll do. All right. So, my word bearers are generic answer, less than you. Yeah, probably. Just my word bearers, I have around 150. Traitor Guard and cultists, I have around 300. Demons, I've got 30, 30, 30. That's 120. Call it another 150 on demons. I I'm just going with painted. I'm not going with pile of opportunity, pile of potential. I'm not even touching that. The painted models that are ready to be on the tabletop. Okay, so that's... Oh, no, and then Genestealer Cults. I've got about another 150. I have that Tzeentch Warband that's 10... 9, not 10, but we'll round up to 10. At about 750 so far with Genestealer Cults. I didn't want to know that, but yep. Painted Chaos Knights, I've got 2, and they're large. I'm not counting terrain. Fantasy, all my fucking fantasy models. Oh no, and Necromunda. Necromunda, I've got... They're a 10, they're an 8. Plus some hangers on, so call that 20. I can do this on screen even. My Flesh Eater ports for Age of Sigmar, I've got... Is it 90 or 120 ghouls? I think I've got 3 units of 30, so it's 90 ghouls plus 20 other models, so that's 110. My vampire counts / Soulblight Gravelords, I've got 20, 30, 40, call it 60. No, it's all right. I've actually been curious about doing this, so this is a valid... I don't feel bad about this. And then board games, I've got... Well, I have 4 Predators painted. I've got 12... Call it 20 various D&D minis. And then I think I have... How many's in the Hellboy box? Like 110, I think it said on the box. Oh, and then Malifaux. All my Malifaux models. Which is about 80 altogether. I have 4 actual and less than 30 if you count my game minis. So, yeah, around 1250-ish with my Malifaux minis of things that are fully painted and ready to be used. I genuinely don't know and don't want to know how much I have unpainted and not ready to be used. Yeah, that's a lot of boys. That's a lot. I've spent a lot of time doing this. And that does not include the fact that I've repainted almost all of my word bearers fully, completely one time in my life. And also, so we can argue that that's doubled. I also have sold 3 armies over the course of my life that I fully painted, so I don't know. I guess altogether I've probably painted about 2,000 models, if not more. That's wild. That's bonkers. I don't even know. I've spent my life wisely, folks. Why did I sell them? So some of them, all of them. Let me think. I used to have a Dark Eldar army for 40k because I really liked the models. And then I managed to build an army and theme it around like this one particular rule that existed when they got rebooted, and then the edition changed and it completely invalidated the whole army that I had, and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to add to this army. I just don't want to do this. So I sold them. I basically rage quit that army. I've everything I've sold, it's because I rage quit the army. I collected Beastmen in Warhammer for a long time, and had a pretty sizable Slaaneshi Beastmen army. But this was way back in 2009, 2010-ish, and they were just so laughably bad in the game that like I just wasn't having fun playing them, so I sold them. And then Lizardmen from my first army ever, way back. They blew up the world too. Well, yeah, I wasn't bothered by the move from Warhammer Fantasy to Age of Sigmar. Like, I was like, cool, this is fine, I like this, these new rules don't bother me. I was more bothered by the fact that like 8th and 9th edition just sucked to play any of the armies that I wanted to play, so I just stopped. And what was the other one? Oh, right, Lizardmen. Lizardmen I sold because I was in an awkward part of my life where I was not working, I needed cash, I was wildly depressed. The bad years, immediately after college, is when I got rid of my Lizardmen, which sucks, because, like, they were the army that got me into Warhammer. They meant a lot to me emotionally. But there you go. Times have changed. I've survived. I've gotten better. Gotten more attractive. You know, all the good stuff. Alright, here's my tip for blending green stuff together. Chew it. Don't fucking swallow it. But just give it a little chew. Warms it up. Mixes it up. Just give it a little bit of a chew. Thank you, Moros. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely don't swallow green stuff. I have to imagine it's like swallowing bubblegum, but worse. No, I'm saying don't eat it. I'm saying just chew on it. Just chew on it. Just for a little bit. Just chew for a little bit, but don't eat it. I have drank watercolor water. I have drank my paint water. I have also drank my coffee after cleaning my brush in it. And have a fascination with blue paint. Like, you want to eat the blue paint? I need to make this a little longer and thinner. Alright. Yes, but I won't. I mean, well, it depends on the paint. Some blue paint, deathly poisonous and toxic. Don't fucking do it. But, like, if you find the right blue paint, like blue temper paint, eat the shit out of that, baby. That's just eggs. Eat temper paint all you want. It's not going to taste good, but at least you'll have blue in you. No, don't. Stop. If not food, why look tasty? And this is a really bad PSA. Junebug's out here like, as my lawyer, no, I do not condone this. You've seen the Blue Man Group? I didn't know that. It's the pigment that's often deadly. I don't know. I usually don't put random things in my mouth. That's not true. That's a big fucking lie. You have the 20-minute drive from Atlantic City. And what the fuck does that mean about the Blue Man Group? Honestly, actually, I do not know what the correlation is. Please explain. Are they... It's a popular venue place? Is it? Oh, look at the World Traveler over here. Did I see them in Atlantic City or did I see them in New York City? New York City! They did many shows there in Vegas. Oh, okay. I guess Atlantic City is sort of like the Vegas of the East Coast, right? That's what people say. All the time. That's definitely a thing people have said, and I'm not making that up. It's a small venue, though, so I'm feeling like it's New York City. Fair enough. Just making some tentacles that I can use as wiring tubes between the undersides of these guns and probably the back of the meat machine, or what will be the meat machine. You gotta have meat. Can't not have meat. You know? Vegans beware. You're in for a scare. You can't not have meat. Florida has a travel advisory for being dangerous for the trans community. Oh, shit. Another reason I never want to go to Florida. The only good thing about Florida is the gators. Everything else about Florida is a fucking nightmare. Them in Texas? I specifically just picked cool big guns. I don't know if I'm necessarily good. I don't know if the Leviathans can take Hades cannons. I just picked two big guns that I thought would look cool. And I'm just gonna run them as whatever. 'Cause, you know. Montana is trying to make the list. I'm so glad that we live in this country. This good country that loves its people. Number one rule of cool, that's what I'm fucking talking about. I don't play fancy tournaments. I don't hang out with people who are gonna be jerks about what my models have on them. So like, I just make cool looking minis. Okay, computer, set a timer for half an hour. 1:30? Alright. At 1:30, I'm going to revisit those tubes. Oh, I need to make some more that aren't striped, though. Because then they will be cured enough that I can touch them without getting my grubby little fingerprints all over them. But they won't be, What's the making point? Yeah, exactly. Fucking... For somebody who doesn't understand or care about Warhammer, you sure understand it perfectly. Paint usually sticks. Yeah. And if it doesn't stick, you just use more. This is bad advice. I understand art. What? There you go. It's one of the reasons we're married. Because you understand me. You heard it here, folks. It is possible to have a wife who understands your hobbies and your art and doesn't begrudge you for enjoying the things that you like. That is a myth. It's good advice at the moment because we all understand the sarcasm. Yeah. All right, I'm doing it again. I'm going to chew on my green stuff. Oh, it works wonders. I'm telling you. It doesn't taste great. Watercolor pigments contain actual stones and mineral-based pigments. I did not know that, so do not eat. But I want to. As Rube just said, if not food, then why look edible? I can't. I'm paraphrasing. Using the very high-tech method of just rolling this tube on my hands to make it longer and thinner. If not food, why look tasty? There you go. Cobalt, literal cadmium. Yeah, if not food, why look tasty? There you go. All right, we got tentacles that are tentacles / tubes. So let's just put some meat on this bad boy, right? The engine should just be. Oh no. Okay, actually, I want to find a head to stick in the engine block, so it looks like the engine block is like trying to grow into it, dude. Sulfur, zinc, and titanium. Are we just listing the things I had for breakfast? I don't think I had those things for breakfast, but it's certainly possible. Maybe that. Maybe that. Ooh, maybe that. Maybe that. Probably not that. Yeah, oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. We got gribbly bits. We got gribbly bits, baby. Oh, tiny little bit of green stuff that I missed. I'll put that right there so I remember to do something with it. Baby Warhands are about 80% done. About to texture the bases. What do you use on your bases for Titanicus? Like, how do you make them look Titanic? Without using, like, Leo DiCaprio or Claire Danes. I don't think it was Claire Danes in that movie, but... Billy Zane was definitely in that movie. My boy BZ. want to trim the back of that head down a little bit. Oof. Making them open ground for now. Don't really have any scale scenery bits. Totally fair. I feel like you could get some good distance out of like old computer parts as scale scenery for Titanicus. I have no proof this would actually work, but like, I don't know, it sits in my brain the right way. I should really just abandon this particular bottle of glue and go to one that works, but nah. Where is my pokey? There it is. There you go, problem solved. If I had a box of old TV parts, yeah, the tubes and stuff. If anybody has CRT parts just laying around, send them to Nate. Oh, I'm sure CRT parts actually probably go for like real money nowadays because I don't think anybody makes them shits. Let's just turn it a little bit. It's not going to be even. I don't need it to be even, but I want it to. There you go. All right. Yeah. Maybe I'll just have the whole fucking back engine block just be horrible mutation gubbins. Powered by demons. Engine block powers itself by slowly eating victims. I am very here for that. No, I'll just leave the one that I like there. Right, these are some kind of horn objects? Yeah. Wonder if I have a big mouth piece just kind of hanging out. I feel like I might. I haven't been alive this long because I'm sane. Well, no. No one has. That's not how the world works anymore. Okay, so I have this great unclean one ahead that might actually be too big, but maybe it'll work. It's pretty cool either way. Let's find out. Let's just give it a shot. Let's play with it. Oh, nobody makes it this far in life by being sane, because it's an insane world. Only the insane have strength enough to prosper. You're here because you have a rare Thursday off? Well, thank you for spending your Thursday off with me. Oh, okay. Actually, this little piddly head is going away. This little head, that's not going to do it anymore. I think Big Chungus is going to rule the day here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay. Yep. Might have to grab some, now it's capable of eating someone. I'm gonna have to grab some tinfoil to sort of, fill out that big empty space, but... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Get in there. Think. Eh? Yeah. Yeah, the tentacles that are already hanging off will go pretty well with the tentacles that are going to be going into it, you know? Oh, shit! Okay, foot broke off. Did not expect that. Choices were made and most of them were violence. True facts. Alright, bro. Get thee glued. Might have to just actually bulk out that area right now instead of just holding this here like a dingus. But I'm gonna hold it for a little bit. Add a green stuff tentacle dragging a victim towards it. Now we're talking. Alright. I'm going to leave that right there for now. No. Come on now. Alright, I'm putting it down. I'm going to take a quick break, get myself a hot cup of coffee. None of this lukewarm shit that I've been dealing with. And then we're going to come back and keep making this just the worst. Just the worst. It's the reason I'm not allowed out of my cave. I see the prevailing psychological theory would actually be that keeping you in the cave too long, that's what's bad for you. But, let's, you know. I don't know. I'll be right back. Y'all should treat yourself in the meantime. Drink some water. Punch a bird. All the cool stuff.
Mom! 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 Mommy!
In classic Bad Offspring fashion, I stepped away just when my mom rocked up. Hey there! In the Joms Band movie Goldfinger, the villain covers a woman in gold paint and she suffocates. Yeah, and Mythbusters tested that, and it does work. Which is
That's
wild.
my mom.
Wild. Okay, we're back. And 10 minutes before we start doing Tentacular Defense. Oh, I should have brought some... Oh, you know what? I can just use paper towel. Use a little bit of this ratty paper towel I got going to just kind of bulk out that body. My intent is to literally just kind of get it in there. Yeah. There we go. Just to fill that void with something easy and cheap so that it's not just getting full of green stuff. Oh, you foot, be glued, ye foot. Foot no glue, foot no glue, foot glue. I put you down, I let you glue. Put more, no, plenty of glue on foot. Foot just needs to dry. Alright. Put you down. I'm gonna do something else real quick. Just for a little bit. Thank you! Nice to be back. I think we're gonna pick up the statue again and just put down some big generic lines on there. Eventually we'll get to the paint that I want to use. Probably this one is what I want. Do some nice overly large veins. Or these veins that feel to me like they're overly large, but are probably going to wind up looking right based on the size of the model. Size of the statue, size of the terrain piece. To anybody who thought I was going to do one coherent thing today, I apologize. But I did. The title of this stream does forewarn. I'm just going to make chaos happen. The weird, I don't know. I've never done, like, I've only done a couple marble textures in my time in Warhammer. In mini painting, really. But I've never done one over so much pre-existing texture. And it both, I don't know, it feels right and not right simultaneously. This is McFarlane. I chopped up a Loyalist McFarlane mini. It's a Dark Angel, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Dark Angel Tactical Primaris Intercessor. I can't remember. I don't know the words for Loyalist things because all I do is kill them. I don't think about them. But yeah, it's a McFarlane that I just sort of chopped up and glued some bits on. I've got a McFarlane Chaos Marine and a McFarlane Trader Guardsman just out of frame up there that I'm going to be painting like my little Chaos armies, just to have some big boys to make me feel good about myself. Because I thought it would be a fun project. Got a Sister and a Hellblaster. Hell yeah. I really like the Sisters. In general, I just really like the Sisters. I think Sisters of Battle cool as fuck. Is that because I have an Unking? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. But I've basically been trying to find an excuse to pick up McFarlane minis or minis, action figures for a while, and was like, oh, this would be a really cool terrain piece. And while I'm at it, I might as well just get some action figures because I'm an adult. It's almost time. Well, it's probably... I can give him a little more time to firm up before I play with those tentacles. And that is a hell of a sentence. Let me give those tentacles a little more time to firm up. They're by far my largest armies, so I want to paint one each in large scale at some point. Fuck yeah. I mean, that's why I got the Chaos Marines and the Renegade Guardsmen, because as we've established, those are the models I probably have the most of. This is the start of it. It is. Once those tentacles firm up, and we attach it to the killing machine. $1,200 Marines? Just Marines? Holy shit. And 400 sisters? Alright, but Nate, is that like built painted, or is that just like what you've got? It's impressive no matter what, but holy shit, dog. $300 painted, 600 built. Oh, you are doing an entire chapter, you absolute madman. I forgot about that fact. Here I was like, oh yeah, I've got like a company worth of Marines. That seems like a lot. That seems like more than I need. And you're like, hold my beer, watch this. I don't even know what's wet and what's not. Let's put this down for a moment. It's the old Apocalypse Books fault. Oh, saw the whole Ultramarine chapter pick and you went, "Yep, I need to do that." Fair, very fair. Every time that GW ever put a picture out of like, here's a grand army, it's like, oh fuck, I want to do that. Alright, what do we think? Are they pliable? Yep. These will do the trick. Alright, now I gotta figure out what tentacles are going where. Trim off the Pointy ends. Oh, where's my... There's my tweezers. That'll help. Let's do... Are we doing random tubes to random places? Well, yes, we are. How could you ever have known? Someone somewhere will be crazy enough to do it. Raise his hand quietly. Guilty. Get glued there, and then we will bend you carefully. Let me just let gravity do what gravity do. We have one horrible meat wire. Ready for action. Horrible meat wire was also my nickname in college. You don't want to know why. Maybe you do. Y'all are disgusting. Ooh, that was a big bubble of glue. Didn't really want to do that, but I think it's going to work out. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. Oh, 10 tackles. Wires, tubes. The internet is a series of tubes. Fuck, this foot does not want to stay on. I hate you. You're being rude. But just the faintest bit of extra glue here to just cure it a little bit. Artificially cure it, green stuff. If you ever need green stuff to cure just a little bit faster, you put a little dibby dab of super glue on there. Obviously be careful with touching it and all that stuff, but it'll help cure faster. Alright. This bonus green stuff is going in here to make your foot stay on a little better. It needs to just foot off. I mean, honestly, if it comes down to it, I may just have to replace it with a meat foot, but I would prefer not to have to go that far. Let's do... Oh, that's another place that I forgot to do the thing to. Right. Right you are, Ken. Let's put it there. Think that's long enough? Maybe. I bet I can finagle it. Let's give it a shot. Got some glue there. Might have glue here. There we go. I don't know if it's going to be quite the right length for that, for what I'm hoping. But plus side of horrible gribbly mutant tentacles is that they don't need to be perfect. Get a little bit of smoothing going. Because I did get some fingerprinties. I don't care for that. This is just a cheapo clay sculpting tool that I got at Michael's for like $1. I got the whole pack for like $6 or something. But they're good for smoothing fingerprints out of green stuff. If you happen to be like me and just are completely indelicate with everything all the time. All right, let's... How long do we think we want that to be? Maybe... That looks like it could be a good length. I'm saying completely arbitrarily. And we'll just do a little bit more glue over there. Well, a lot more glue over there. We'll just get a whole dollop. Who needs a little bit of glue when you can get the whole house? The whole house of glue, as people say frequently when talking about glue. They say, oh, give me the whole house of glue, please. Oh, boy. I think I can just do that. Oh, I think I can. We are nearly successful. On the two. Come on now. Oh. Not quite what I was hoping for. Get it. No, not get it to the tweezers. Rude. Actually, I'll take that. I will definitely take that. That'll do. The more tangled your horrible gut ropes look, the better. As far as I'm concerned. Play with that angle a little bit to make it look like gravity still exists. Cool. let's do a Loopa Loopa. A Loopa Loopa. Everybody's expanding their vocabularies today with words like Loopa Loopa. And give me the whole house of oh, that's what I wanted to do. You right up in there. From there. It's a lot more glue than I wanted. Another reason I should just open up a new thing instead of fucking around with this. And yet, I shan't. Because being stubborn always works. Chop this chunk of bunk in half. Let's go. Go up around the outside of this one. Get it right in there. Attempt. I don't think that's gonna work. Alright. Stretch this guy out a little bit more and do the same thing. Oops. Just gonna smooth those bad boys out a little bit. I am using Vaseline for the record as the lubricant on my tools. It works great. And if you somehow get too much, you can just rub it off onto your body and moisturize it a little bit, because you should moisturize probably. See what kind of random bits I got that might be able to assist me in my gubbinification, my greebling. These look to be not like something else. Let's hop back into our desecrated statue terrain piece. I bet I can this way. So I'm not actually using my wet palette at the moment. At least I can hold this now. Without fundamentally changing the colors of my hands. This is actually a more accurate glimpse into the way that I do hobbying most of the time. The faux organization that I have been showing off on Twitch is an utter lie, and when I'm hobbying in my own time, not for the eyes of you beautiful people, it is just full on like, okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of this, and then a little bit of this, and then a little bit of this, and then I'm gonna hyper focus on this one project and do this until it is done. And then I'm going to do a little bit of this. It's just how my artistic process works. And it is nice to, beyond having Twitch to just like interact with folks during what is normally otherwise a very like quiet, private, non-verbal time. It's nice to have it to help me focus. Which is, it's funny that I say that because I feel like half of the things that come out of my mouth during Twitch streams are just like weird ADHD tangents, and I feel like that's accurate. Maybe more than half, but I don't know. It still is like a more. It's still like a more focused hobby time than I normally do, so it's nice. It's that's motivation to get paint on my fingers. That's for sure. It's also been a lot of motivation to like do projects I wouldn't otherwise do. Like the whole paint an adventuring party and paint a big bad evil guy thing. I never would have done that if it was just me on my lonesome. But thanks to Twitch and Instagram, other social media platforms that I utilize on a daily basis that you can find, well, right here, if you're so inclined, or not. maybe there's an S on the end of that. Maybe the bot just decided it doesn't want to do it anymore.
Hello there.
Oh. What's up, Maze? How you doing, bud? Wonderful to see you. I hope things are going well for you today. Oh yeah, this is a chunky boy. This is one of the McFarlane Space Marines that I have turned into a piece of terrain for 40k. Or I'm turning into a piece of terrain. It's obviously not done yet. Trying to do like a marbled effect and have it be like a desecrated statue. Because I play Chaos. Because of course I do. Goth at heart.
Let us partake in communion. And feast upon
What are you up to today, my friend? For anybody who doesn't know, Maze is our good friend Foxbite, who you can find, who does the this painting handle as well as the mimic chest that is currently full of stuff, so I can't just grab it. But designing a painting station. Ooh. Well, that sounds interesting. But point is, Foxbite, fantastic. Love them. Love them dearly. You should just be able to scroll down from my face, actually, and find their products on Amazon by clicking the link that says Foxbite and has their logo on. Logo. Oh, nope, that's accent. Oh, boy. Oh, thank you. I'm so pleased with it. One of my favorite things I've done this year, possibly ever. Oh, I didn't do Accent Plus. I just did Accent. My bad.
Damn, what the fuck? We really talk like that?
Thinking of printing a next batch with those colors. The metal gave it a medieval touch. That was, I wanted, I really love the colors that it comes with and like the textures of the wood pattern. Like you killed it on those. But I wanted some metal on mine. So there we go. So I did it.
let us partake in communion. And feast upon the old blood.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm glad that I am big into this pattern. No, this is just my this is just me. Holy moly, that scared me. What's up, Mew? This is just a terrain piece for my own board. I play Chaos, and I wanted some more terrain. Like, I have a lot of, like, generic 40k terrain. I wanted some specifically, like, yes, I play Chaos terrain. I am currently without commissions at the moment, so if anybody needs anything painted, hit me up. I'm here for it. I've got the time, I've got the skill, you've got the models. Let's go. Mel, what are you doing this fine Thursday? Yeah, it's a Thursday. You may take me up on that. Hell yeah, it would be my pleasure. You hit me in the DMs, we'll work out some pricing, and we'll all walk away happy and with paint. Well, I won't walk away with a painted model, but we'll all walk away happy. I am always open for commissions. I do Hero Forge minis. I don't make them, but I'll paint them. Like, I can't print a Hero Forge mini, but I'll paint a Hero Forge. Hell yeah. I painted a lot of Hero Forge in my time. Their minis have gotten a lot better. Oh, I almost washed my brush in my coffee. I specifically mentioned making that mistake earlier. Still almost made it again. Oh no. That's not the hell I want you in. Wait for a minute. Oh, I didn't even paint the header. It's alright. It's alright. I don't need to be in a rush. All the time in the world. Back from Ad Hell. Did you run into Ad Satan? How's Ad Satan? I haven't seen him in a minute.
Please send me your bones.
June! What a kind
Shinemu
soul!
Paints just resubscribed for 2 months. Sing Junebug gifted a tier 1 sub to Shinemu Paints. They have
Shinemu.
given 24 gift subs in the channel.
You mean Bezos? No, I didn't see his ugly mug. Yeah, I guess Bezos sort of is like advertisement Satan. I can get behind that message. Alright. That's a Demon Prince. Closer. I'm gonna have to prime a bunch of things now. Not like right now, obviously, because we're here. Junebug, you're too fucking nice. Just slide these things. Anywho, where was I? We were talking about Hero Forge minis. And I was saying I've painted a lot of Hero Forge minis. And they've gotten a lot better over time. And I'd be happy to paint yours if you're so inclined. I think... Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to finish the Veiny Bainies on the helmet that I've left largely untouched. All right. So I think I would like to. I'm gonna hit the. I'm just gonna give it a really splotchy, thin blue wash. This real marble just has a bunch of different vague colors in there. And I think I'm going to give it a little bit of a highlight of white. Do a dry brush of white. Probably put my green stuff away. I don't know how long it's going to wait. Yeah. Here's my blue. I'd like to not accidentally mix my blue with the glue that the blue glue that I know is on my palette. Better. Spring break, I believe in you! What's up, Steph? Is this the thing? That is the thing. That's the thing I wanted. Oh, actually, I'll use a bigger thing. Let's be intelligent. Sort of unheard of for me, but let's go for it. I hope your lunch break is a fantastic break of lunch. Spaghetti for lunch? Fuck you. Mom's spaghetti? Knees weak, palms are sweaty? I can't believe I just fucking actually referenced Eminem voluntarily. Out loud, in real life. This is a new experience for me. I don't normally do this. I swear this never happens. I want this even thinner. I want to just do the lightest of blues in some places. I can get to the blah. Wow, my mouth no good. Yeah, hell yeah. Mel, send that link. Nothing I love more. Well, I'm sure there's a couple things. Cafeteria spaghetti, not bad, but no mom's spaghetti. Cafeteria spaghetti could be worse. Oh, it really depends on the cafeteria and the spaghetti, I guess. It's context dependent, kind of like wet cheeks. Check DMs, we'll discuss pricing after stream. Oh. Oh, that's dope as fuck. Hell yeah. We'll talk about that after stream. That's a cool boy. I would love to paint that cool boy. The hospital has healthy food, so it's decent quality. I just have to add salt. Well, yeah, that's fair. I can imagine. Thankfully, knock on wood, I have not eaten hospital food in quite a while. So I can't remember. I can't remember a hospital food experience, but I would be amazed if it wasn't just the blandest stuff in the world. And of course, no salt, because salt is good for you. Good for your mouth, bad for the rest of you. Or at least that's what nutritionists, that's what big nutrition would have you believe. I, for one, don't ascribe to the idea that there's bad foods. Because I don't fucking body shame like that. Well, it's fat phobic. It's not really body shaming, it's fat phobic. They're related but different. He's gonna be an undead necromancer in a campaign you're gonna be doing down the line? Fuck yeah! There are few things I love more than a necromancer. Seriously, given the opportunity, I will always play a necromancer. Every single Diablo that I've been able to play a necromancer in, necromancer, boom, done. Any D&D campaign that it doesn't cause friction at the table to have a necromancer, I'm a necromancer. But surprise, there's a lot of tables where reanimating people is just like a cool thing that people love. And I don't understand that. Because personally, I love a necromancy. Some of my best friends are necromancy. Do I have just a good spread of random blue across this? I think so. Which means it's time to let it dry. Oh, I'll do fuck with the head. I didn't put none on the head. Oh, I guess I did. But the base. The base could stand a dry brush. I'm glad you like that avatar I made that was wearing the Kigurumi. That Kigurumi is so fucking cute, Mew. Like... Sorry, I need to make my hands on screen for this. Honkin' Tonga's Kigurumi. It's like peanut butter and jelly. What? Oh, that's the color I'm looking for. Just from that reaction, I know Steph's on board. She should be stream safe. Oh, that's a good point. Let me get this dry brush done, and then I'll. I was gonna say then I'll whip it out, but that's not. In this context, that's not a good phrase. This brush is not gonna cut it. Too hard, too big. Oh my god. Okay, we're just on sex puns now. Is it okay? You know, I guess I have to count allude a couple times, right? Forgot I made that. Too hard, too big? Yeah. Brush was too hard, too big. I realized the error after I said it. In a shocking turn of events, I do actually need it smaller and softer. Fucking keyboard. Stop it. I forgot I have a wireless keyboard so that I can literally just put it wherever I want. I don't need to keep elbowing my keyboard. Y'all? Woof. For a smart person, I'm a real dumbass, you know? I think we call that ADHD in some circles, but what is that devil rump? I love that. A rainbow devil rump that's even faster. That's what the people need. That's what the people deserve. I can't believe that we haven't had it until just now. Unbelievable. Much like tangos and kigurumis, devils and rumps go together. Like, no, nothing else goes together. There's not a single other mix of things that exists in the world, and that's weird to me, but it's just how it is. We've exhausted it. Peanut butter and jelly was the only one. All right, let me move some things on my desk and get to my mouse. All right. Alright, so this is the avatar that Mew made. No, that one? That one. And it should pop up right there. Oh, it's not. Why is it always a different size? I find that annoying. But look at that. Look at that cute 3D avatar with just a body parts. A singular body parts. Locked tightly inside a kigurumi. Mew, you make good art. I appreciate it. What am I doing? Oh, right. Right? Brain reset real quick. Coffee empty? Coffee empty. Got a funny story about that avatar? Fire at will. I don't think this is dry enough to just go for it. Yeah, let's go. Why not? Let's make a mess. They're out of here now. This brush, why not? This is me intentionally using the weird streaky effect of contrast over large flat areas to like using both the color changing effects to do like a glaze, but also using the weird surface tension effects to help randomize the color a little bit. Both unifying and disunifying the colors. This is my big brain science. Unifying while randomizing might have been a better way to put that. Everything is sharp. Oh my god. One of my friends has Phantom Sense, and for context, that avatar has some insane jiggle physics. I was rounding a corner and I accidentally smacked him in the face with jiggle physics on the avatar. Oh, that's fucking funny. I would also be frankly shocked if that avatar didn't have top-of-the-line NASA-powered jiggle physics. I don't know why NASA's working on jiggle physics, but I hear NASA's jiggle physics are just top-notch. Can't be beat. In space, no one can hear you jiggle. The jiggle physics are only insane if I'm wearing the Kigurumi. Oh, well, I don't know physics good enough to say that that makes sense or doesn't make sense. I'll be honest. As an expert in lewdness, but not an expert in physics, I don't know if that makes sense or not. Oh no, what's worthy, Oneros? Hopefully it's not me being a sexpert. A word that lives in my head because of the McElroys, but I don't think I've ever said out loud until just now. Just came back heavier because politicians. Oh, yikes. I hate politicians. This is why I'm an anarchist. Well, maybe I'm an anarchist because I hate politicians. A little column A, a little column B. Missouri just got stupider. I don't want to know. If people want to talk about current LGBT politics here, we absolutely can. But I don't want to like force anybody into hearing about stressful shit if they don't want to hear about it. So like, let's tread with caution on this topic, y'all. Like you know me, I will rant about politics given the slightest provocation. But just needed to. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. You're welcome. I'm very pleased with that. Yo, Drusif! How are you, my beloved brother, whose shirt I am wearing currently? Not that you own the shirt, but that you created the shirt. I was just compliment. Well, not just now, but just this stream, talking about how great this is. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, thank you, Moros. I'm happy to be back working on this mini. It's been so far. It's been a labor of love. We're gonna call it that. Just constantly. Is it gonna E1 M1 every time you talk? Just the first time. Just the first time that you enter the chat. It'll E1 M1. After that, you don't get sounds. Because God, that would be fucking annoying. But I'm pretty sure it got you twice. That's because it's. I think I have it hooked up to my Drusif command. Which I should probably change. Because yeah, that means we're always gonna hear it twice. And that's fine, because E1 M1 is the greatest song ever written, but I could just swap it up to a different thing that reminds me of you instead. Need to make a Bunsen command? Oh, please do. I want to get bunced. Your phone just auto-capitalized Bunsen? That says so much about the way that you interact with me, and I love it. For the rest of chat, Bunsen is a nickname that is A-okay for y'all to use, but it was specifically crafted, honed over literal years by Drusif. So if you feel it in your heart to call me Bunsen, I understand, and I will be delighted because I'll think of my brother. That's the paint I want. Did I already have it on my palette? Kinda looks like it. Oopsie doodles. Everybody's so creative. That is a sound that is stuck in my head fully and completely. See how it looks like we shouldn't have to do that? See how that looks like that's something you never want to see? Their final form, Bunsen. It's also because I'm a big fan of lighting tiny fires under fluids, just to make them bubble. I love me a bubbling fluid. Ain't nothing better than a bubbling fluid. Gotta bubble that goo. If your goo ain't bubbling, are you really living? It's not worth the troubling if your goo ain't bubbling. That's what my mom always said. I need more The Thing level horror in my life. You need more bubbling goo. What was that movie? Okay, after Drew said you'll be able to help with this because you're you. After the producers royally fucked the Thing prequel from 2011, that same special effects crew went off and made another movie that actually was mostly practical effects this time. What the fuck was that movie called? Bubbling Goo is my blues name. They call me Bubbling Goo. Harbinger down. See, I knew you'd have it fucking immediately. The goo ain't a bubbling. It's not worth the troubling. Oh, what is everybody up to today? I know some peeps is at work. I know some peeps are existing. Writes that down. Harbinger down's fun. Also, fuck, what was that? I think it was called Blood Glacier. I need to look this up now. I'm pretty sure that Blood Glacier is a movie that I saw and was tickled by. Yeah, it's called Blood Glacier. Definitely suggest Blood Glacier because it's got some of those The Thing vibes to it. Horrible mutated wildlife in the cold. Also known as Blutgletscher. Just in case you wanted the German name for it. Working and waiting for D&D tomorrow. Y'all, my D&D session on Tuesday was so good. Oh. Amalgamated Studio did something did the FX for the Thing 2011 remake. The studio said, cool, we're going to put CGI over everything because we heard kids like it. Yeah, pretty much. That Vaseline looks sus. This Vaseline is the best substance to put on your sculpting tools so that your green stuff doesn't stick. That is how I was doing these tentacles earlier. You just slather it. Well, you don't have to slather. You would just put some green stuff on. And it makes your life much easier. Oh, thank you. I mean, so I used this tentacle roller. Oh, you can't see any of it. So I used this tentacle roller from Green Stuff World. There are multiple people who make these at this point. So, like, that's how I got that going on. It's literally The Thing copied homework. Yeah, exactly. But actually applying it and getting it where it needed to be was all tools. Someone who wants to power game and doesn't take polite hints. Well, have you just talked to them? Dare I suggest you just have a conversation with them. I know that that is a scary sentence, but it is the best way to resolve. Do I own any silicone molds for terrain? I do not. So the only molds that I own are molds that I made out of Oyumaru. I'm still not sure how it's pronounced. Which I'm reaching off screen to try to collect and show off. So, for instance, ooh, that's sharp. Ooh, that's sharp. Oof, 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 oof. For my zombies and vampires and all my fantasy undead, basically, I mass-produced some, I bet I can zoom in on this. get a bunch of special effects nerds to write a movie, but they don't know how to actually write a movie. I mass-produced some of the older Games Workshop gravestones using a Yumaru and just did it that way, but like I don't have any like actual silicone molds. These are just thermoplastic, and they've been put through the ringer. They're falling apart. I really need to remake these molds so that I can keep using them. But oh yeah, and then here's one that's also really hard to see. This is for a shield that I used as a piece of armor on one of my vampire lords, but you can't tell what the hell you're looking at because it's translucent mold. But no, I've never tried any silicone molds for terrain, but I've seen them and they look interesting. But I know nothing about them. Sunday is a mess. The DM promised to help improve things, so fingers crossed. Oh, you're about to have a conversation. Dude, the conversations, I've only ever had to have like 2, maybe 3 conversations with, like, hard conversations with D&D players. But it just, like, it sucks. It's because it's still a hard conversation. It doesn't feel good to have to be like, hey, this behavior of yours can't continue or needs to change. And it really doesn't matter the context. Like, it always sucks to have that talk. Do I want to... I don't hold back at paid games. Well, yeah, if it's paid, like, fuck yeah. But I've never paid gamed. Paid gamed? I want to get some silicone to fill my keycaps so I can get that thought. Yeah, if you're paying, like, fuck yeah, you should advocate for your own rights. I'm pretty sure we talked about this on stream for the exact same reason before. No, paying a DM to DM. So sort of the opposite. Yeah, but if it's your game and you're running it for free, which is where I've had all the awkward conversations, you just gotta do it. You just gotta have a bad time and have the talk. Because if you just try to be passive aggressive about it, it's gonna suck. And if you don't address it at all, it's gonna suck even worse. The worst that I've ever had that experience. How much do you pay a DM? I don't know. Aniris, this is all you, bud. I don't have this information. But like the worst, most awkward RPG behavior conversation I ever had to have turned into we're pretending to disband the group because you won't listen to our, like, please stop doing this. So we're pretending to disband the group, and then we just restarted it like a month later without that one person, which is like really shitty and shifty. But when we say, hey, your behavior sucks, please stop, and you don't, like, what do you fucking expect? Ooh, all right, y'all, I gotta take a quick bio break. My body just informed me that is a thing I have to do. I will be right back. And then we're gonna keep working on this, this statue. This statue. As they fuck around, so shall they find out. It is written. He runs games full time, is able to support himself, so you could do it. But he says it is work, and you're balancing tables. Yeah. Well, how many tables? How many tables would you have to run? Like, if you're making, is it 22 an hour or 22 a session? Because those are two very different numbers. Because if it's like 22 a session, assume each session's like 3 hours, you got 4 people in a session, that's $88. That's probably not taxed, so that's pretty cool. 7 tables. Presumably 1 for every single day. That makes sense. That's very busy. That's very busy. Oofa doofa. I mean, wouldn't necessarily be 1 every day, but like 7 tables is a lot of tables. Let's try a dry brush and see how I feel about it. He does 2 on Monday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Sunday. There you go. So that's 6 tables. Oh, and 1 on Tuesday. So 7 tables, yeah. That seems like a lot. It's because it is. $22 is per player. Got it. Probably makes more from the private tables. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because a private's got to be a totally different experience, play wise. Which aren't streamed and are locked to the payers. Yeah, all right. But he also makes some from streaming. I mean, unless he's doing wild numbers from streaming, he's not making a lot from streaming, I'll tell you that. You gotta be big stream numbers to actually make a livable amount. Merch, yeah, fair. I mean, yeah, the hustle is eternal. No sleep grind set, etc., etc. He also chose to do this. I mean, yeah. In a way, he chose to do it. because it felt right and it works for him. In a way, he didn't choose to do it because we are all slaves to capital, and without money, we cannot exist. And thusly, we need to get rid of capitalism so that all of us can actually do what we want to do, not what we have to do to survive. There's a better way. Okay. And rant over. Should I make a command for when I go on a rant like that? Should I just... I was less on board initially, but honestly, this world on fire, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'm in. Exactly. Shit's fucked, you might as well enjoy yourself on the way out. If you can make it unfucked before you leave, tight. You shouldn't just give up on trying to make the world unfucked, but keep in mind, shit's pretty fucked, so have some fun with it. Get wild. Enjoy yourself. No one's listening to me, I'm trans. I'm listening to you, but I'm in a similar boat as an NB, so... As someone who is more trans than they aren't. Okay. Oh man, I got so much random shit done today. This is great. I gotta prime so many things, but I got so much stuff done. What a good life. So much sculpting, so much painting. Just get rid of that paper towel that is now beyond the salvage. I'm neither and no one listens to me either. Fucking good point, Nate. Good point. The fact that at some point, if the surgery still exists, I will have to crowdfund my transition is a disappointing moment of how society has failed. There's a better way. All we have to do is firmly grasp it. SpongeBob jokes to unite the working class. What are we doing? It's 2:55 ish. I'm not gonna start another part of a project or another whole project. Yeah, and that was when things were still quote unquote nice, and not like they, you know, have ever been particularly great for trans folks. But man, 2016 was a bad year for a lot of reasons, huh? Whoa. All right, I think a couple pure white patches and a couple refined thin lines, and I think this will be looking mint. I'm feeling good about it. I keep forgetting I can just zoom out instead of awkwardly trying to fit this whole thing in frame. Yeah, and then I think then I just think I get onto the details. Ow, sharp. Oh, buddy. Owie. Oh, who do we think we are going to ride today? Been busy AFK, but it's looking pretty solid there. Hey, I appreciate it. This looks a lot better than it looked a while ago. Mini uses sneak attack. 3d6 extra damage. Who are we thinking? Are we thinking Witty? I'm thinking Witty. I think Witty might be the move. Let's brush for hire doing. What's Maggie doing? 70 dwarves. Kira's painting some Slanesh though. Oh, and Zambies is on. Everybody's fucking on. Wow. Oh, thank you, Oniros. We are 76% of the way to this blind paint stream. 323,000 points, which is buck wild. Buck wild. Let's do Witty. Why not? Let's raid Witty. Painting marble is both easier and harder depending on the scale of it. I started using one method and then fucking gave up because I couldn't do it good, and then just went to a totally different method, and I'm kind of just fucking around with it, but like, I don't know, I don't hate it. I don't hate it, and that's important to me. I don't have to love it, I have to not hate it. What else is there? What else is there? Tomorrow, I'm gonna be back. Probably painting more of this statue because I'm hooked now. And I had no idea what I was gonna paint tomorrow anyway. So now we know it's statue time in the city. And then Saturday evening, I'm gonna play Death and Taxes because it's tax day. If you haven't done your taxes yet, you can watch me play Death and Taxes, and then do your taxes while I'm playing a game about being dead and taxing things. You know? I haven't played Death and Taxes, but I heard it's good. So, here we are. Am I missing anything? Nope, and then next week will be whatever it is. I don't know, y'all. I don't plan for this. Guy taught me years ago, it's definitely a multi-layered process and then repeated multiple times. Yeah. It takes patience, which something I have in spades. So much patience I got in my body, you got no fucking idea. All right. We're going. I need to go make another pot of coffee because that's what I want from my life. Nope, there's no U in Widow Goblin. So much patience you don't even know. Just wait, and I'll tell you how much patience I've got. Keep waiting. Don't stop waiting. Keep waiting. I'll tell you how much patience I have next stream.
Holy fireman! Holy fireman! Hi, it's so nice to see you. Thank you so much for that raid. What were you doing? Everyone's raiding in. What the heck? Hi, neat. Don't have photos of what I worked on today, but I can share what you finished yesterday. Anything you want. You share anything you want. Heck yeah. Anything you want to show us, I want to see. Anything? Well,